What's going on, everybody? Back for another video, finally. Metal medication. And dude, I have probably like 6 totes around here just filled with stuff that I've either been buying, I've been pulling out of my own eBay store, readoptionagency.com, stuff that I had laying around that since I sold my original collection that I couldn't sell, like bootlegs, things like that, pieces that I didn't want to sell, and then some pieces that I had picked up over the past 10, 12, 15 years or whatever that I just picked up to listen to in the car or whatever the case may be. So I've been finding some stuff. So I'm just going to start pulling from my left and we'll see how long this video goes, and I'll probably make a couple of them as I'm sitting here. As you can see behind me, I started getting set up a little bit. Not really organized or anything yet, alphabetized or nothing yet. More just for display purposes as we get more into what's going on there. It might take me a little bit to update. Below you will see, if you're on YouTube, you will see the Spotify playlist below for this video series. I add everything I can into that playlist. So if you watch those past videos, any of that stuff should be in the playlist below if it's available on Spotify. So if you want to check out that playlist and listen to it, hit random, whatever the case may be, you're going to get everything from, you know, thrash to classic rock, 70s classic rock, I guess you could say. So I'm just going to start pulling from the left here and see what we got to add to this video. So on top, Motley Crue, Red, White, and Crew. I think I had bought this after I'd sold my video collection, my music collection, because I think it came out afterwards. So I bought that. So I found that laying around, so everybody knows the Crew, my #1 band. So didn't get tickets to the stadium tour. I don't know. It's just didn't really. I don't know. I did see them on the last tour, but I didn't get to see the roller coaster because I didn't see it in the arena. I actually, at the time, had a Dodge Charger. Right now, I got a Challenger. But if you had a Dodge thing, Gas Monkey, Richard Rawlings from Gas Monkey Garage, they were doing a special thing down in Texas. If you go down there with your Dodge, car show, and Motley Crue played at the Gas Monkey Garage, the music venue he had. I think it's closed now, but so I saw him up close, like in a club setting on their final tour, which was cool. So let's see, not really rock, but Ron Keel, when he was doing his country thing, I had bought several of these because I think he had a package or something available with all of his stuff. I can't remember. This has been a while, several years. And I got those two. I think there was more in here too, and I think that's when the Metal Cowboy album came out. So that's cool. Cool guy. I went to was it the Monsters of Rock Cruise 2013? That's when I met him and his wife in person. I talked to her over the years on Facebook and stuff, interacting and whatever. And that was for real nice people, obviously. But man, that cruise, that was the only cruise I've been on with metal cruise, and that was kick-ass. Saw all kinds of bands that I'd wanted to see forever, like London Choir Boys and Helix, Dangerous Toys, just bands that, you know, never made it huge that I didn't really have the opportunity to go see back in the late 80s, early 90s, whatever the case may be, like London Choir Boys. I don't even know if they even toured around here. But, so that was cool. Lita Ford, Stryper, Nelson, Tesla, of course, my #2 band. So I saw them every time they performed there. I don't even remember. It's been so long ago now, but took a lot of pictures. It's in my Facebook group. My Facebook page is below if you want to look at that and go into photos and scan through my photos. There'll be a folder for Monsters of Rock Cruise 2013. You can see videos there. This one, Motley Crue, Slippery When Wet, original cover. Before the internet, there was always rumors that this was out there, that that cover that you bought was not the original cover. And it was hard to come across stuff like this if you didn't have the internet. And I guess maybe if you weren't in New York or California, or maybe even Chicago. So I was always on the lookout for this. I even had a friend who went overseas, and I had her look while she was over there to see if she could find it, and I'd pay her back, blah, blah, blah. So I had a, so this is what started my obsession with collecting, because I was out to find this CD. And so before I even started working in a music store, I was on the hunt for this CD and found it finally at a, if you're familiar with the St. Louis area, they have the record show still going on to this day down in Kings Highway at, I think it's Carpenter's Hall, not Carpenter's Hall, but one of them halls or whatever down in Kings Highway. And I think it's still going on. I actually haven't seen an ad for it in a while, but that could be because of COVID. But I had found it there back in probably like 91 or so. Maybe, probably even before 91, actually. Maybe more like 89, 90. So, yeah. So, cool piece. So that's been with me ever since. I did not get rid of that because that was my, that's what started my obsession with collecting. So, this is a local band, Machine Gun Kelly. Used to see them play quite often, not too often, but quite down at, I don't even know what the thing was, on Lindo, some little place on Lindo. And I remember the bass player used to come into the, I think it was the bass player. Yeah, because I recognize him. I don't know him. I'm probably even friends with him on Facebook and don't even realize it. But he used to come in. I used to talk to him all the time at the Warehouse Music in Ladue. Bass. Jeff Braun. Yeah, I am friends with him on Facebook now that I think about it. Because he's got like a alcohol or tequila or something line out, I believe. So, recognize the name. So, there you go. Huh. Didn't even know that. Didn't even pay too much attention to that. Kind of funny how that works out. Audio Slave, self-titled release. Mr. Chris Cornell. I never really listened to this whole album, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna have to put that on the Spotify playlist definitely and start listening, listen more and see what that's all about. We've got Metallica, Jump in the Fire, Creeping Death CD. Looks like, let's see, got kind of a smear there, I think because I resurfaced it. So I got a couple professional resurfacing machines, and it kind of smeared it a little, which I found kind of odd, because normally they don't do that on the resurfacing machine. So, where'd it go? About, I want to say maybe 4 years ago, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start kind of collecting again. I got a text I was trying to read. I think Adrian in the next room over. Let me pause this real quick. All right, actually, he's grocery shopping for us. All right, so I was saying about 4 or 5 years ago, I came across this CD, and I got a little bug. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start collecting again, but I'm going to just go for like first pressings and stuff. So I found this Bon Jovi, West Germany release, printing, I should say, of the self-titled album. So I bought it, and I go, it'll give me something to do when I'm out. If I stop by a music store, just look for first pressings, etc. So I got a few over the times, but I think I only see 2 right now. And the second one I ended up finding eventually was Def Leppard Power Mania. As you can see there, Vertigo, printed in West Germany. Also with the same design on the disc as the Bon Jovi. No, not as the Bon Jovi. Oh, I wonder if this disc is wrong. We might have a wrong disc in here because the disc, it says printed in USA. So I'm gonna have to research that and see if that's even the right disc for this case. And it has the same topping as the Metallica. I'll have to look into that. I'm gonna put the bootleg stuff aside and make a special video for just bootleg stuff that I have, that I've picked up over the years. Sandra D, Visions of Pain. I think this is on Spotify, so I'll put that below. Just trying to see where they were from real quick, but because I don't remember offhand. But there's the back there. So Sandra D. You know, I've never listened to this. I don't even know if it's metal or anything yet. If I see something I don't recognize, I'll just automatically buy it, because like I've been around music for so long that if I don't see something, chances are it's, you know, an indie band from somewhere I'm not familiar with, or whatever the case may be. So these guys are called Up Front from Benton, Illinois. And I don't have a front cover, so I don't even know what it looks like. Apparently I paid 50 cents for it somewhere. So there's all the information there. So I haven't listened to it. It's probably been sitting around forever and I never even put it in to check it out. Yeah, I know, bad. This ain't really metal, and I probably should just sell this, but we got the Mobile Fidelity of Nirvana Nevermind album. I don't even think I've ever listened to Nirvana album all the way through, to be honest with you. All right, Sergeant Fury, a 3-disc set here. Do you remember? So we got Upside Down. So there we go. German hard rock at its finest. So let's see. Just a Metallica disc. I guess when I didn't have no covers for anything, like I'd buy books of CDs over at the Goodwill outlet or whatever, and I probably got a lot of this stuff laying around, so probably come across that eventually. So Fair Warning, self-titled. These were repops, I believe. Were these repops, or was it? It's made in Japan, but did this band come out in 2006? See, I haven't been keeping up. I'm so far behind, like, and this is Japanese import. I'm so far behind on bands like this and some of the newer bands. One of the reasons I wanted to get back into collecting again, so I could really just sit around and look at the booklets and listen again and stuff. No OBI strip. So, Fair Warning. Bad Religion, No Substance. And it's a record club version. We got Falling Up, Down Escapes. Not familiar with it. Don't even know why I might have thrown it in here. Maybe I checked it out and liked something on it. I don't know. I'll have to recheck that out and see. Here's another one I remember finding. An earlier pressing of Judas Priest Turbo. Or is this just... It's definitely an earlier pressing. I'm trying to see if it's where it's printed, Canada. So I guess maybe it's the Canadian release of Turbo. So and we got the disc. Looks a little bit different than the US release. So yeah, I guess that's the Canadian release. Pretty cool. I remember finding that when I started collecting, like I said, the Bon Jovi and the Def Leppard. I remember coming across that somewhere and picked it up. Some of the stuff I've probably just thrown in my cases over the years because I was going to check it out instead of selling it, but never got around to checking it out. Like this, called Trouble, and an album called Warrior. So I will see if this is on Spotify, and if it is, I'll put it in the spot below just in case it's something you've never heard of either. So, man, I'm so far behind. Like, if we want to talk like in the 80s and early 90s and play like 6 Degrees of Separation, I mean, I can name all kinds of bands and get into artists and stuff, but man, I am so far out of the loop nowadays. It's crazy. I had found, it looks like a bootleg. I remember ordering this back when I had my collection, and I didn't sell it just because it was autographed to me. And that was Jizzy Pearl, Just a Boy album, who is now fronting the no original member Quiet Riot, even though he has played with them in the past. So, Love, Hate, great band. Blackout in the Red Room, and Don't Fuck With Me, 'Cause I Don't Look Like You. We could be brothers and wear our different colors too. Harem Scarum, Rock CD, still sealed. I remember picking this one up and another Harem Scarum at like half off books or whatever that store is called for like $2.99 a piece or something. So I picked that one up and another one, which may be near. Hey dude, it's new. We Got Boobies. A band called, this is an indie band because it's done on a CDR-ish type of disc. Divination, something of that. 3 Nails of Fate. So let's see if this is up on Spotify. Check them out there. Where are they from? So it looks like Pennsylvania. PA is Pennsylvania, right? I believe. All right, what else we got? Oh, that was an import. Oh, I like this because my son got it free when I guess he bought tickets to see him at the stadium, I believe. Him and both my sons. So they got a free CD and he gave it to me. So I haven't even opened it yet. So that's more of a meaningful piece just because he gave that to me. Alrighty. 10 great songs of the 80s. And we'll put this in the cell category. There's really nothing. Billy Squier, Pat Benatar, Jay Giles, Billy Idol, The Tubes, Katrina and the Waves, Robert Palmer. We'll throw that one aside. We'll put that one we'll put that one up for sale. This was one I remember getting, if you remember the old website Metal Sludge, back before they knew who ran it, when it was always kind of a mystery. I don't know if you were ever familiar with it, on the message boards before Facebook, when people were hanging out on message boards and stuff, and everybody was always trying to guess or whatever who was running Metal Sludge. Well, I ended up ordering this CD. I keep wanting to say Danger Kitty, but it wasn't Danger Kitty, that Discover CD, because Danger Kitty, which turned into Steel Panther, because that was a Discover promo thing. I had that one in my original collection, but they had a release. God, oh man, I am so out of the loop. I don't remember. But anyway, and then I ordered 2 Stevie Rochelle albums from Tough, and he had signed them. But what was weird was when I saw that his handwriting matched some handwriting on Sludge website or something like that. So I kind of like did some handwriting analysis, and I figured out Stevie Rochelle was running Metal Sludge magazine or Metal Sludge website long before it came out that he was the one running the site. So I might even have put it on the message board at one time about it. So this had a bunch of different stuff on it. There was one in particular, I think, wasn't there? I'm thinking of that Stevie Rochelle song, but I guess that's not on this one. Maybe that was on another album. Yeah, he did the Dear Janie Lane, is what I was thinking of. Oh yeah, it is on here. Track 6, Tough, Dear Janie Lane. That second Tough album, that's probably like, that album kicks ass. And that cover of 16 Tons. See, I grew up, my dad and mom listened to country music. I go on truck driving. My dad was a truck driver, so I'd go cross country with him. He always listened to that old country. So your Johnny Cash's, and then I remember 16 Tons always playing. So I kind of grew up on that music, and so I never really was a fan of it, kind of got out of it. But then I started getting back into it later on in life with the storytelling, 16 Tons and the Johnny Cash songs and stuff. And then when I heard that Tough 16 Tons, man, I was just like, yes, that kicks ass. So I'll let you do that. So you can pause it if you want to read it on there. Hey, James, you talk too much. Here's a band I never got into. I was going to try to get into. I listened to a couple of their stuff, but I don't know. I just can't do it, even though I have huge respect for the dude. And that's Foo Fighters. So I got that. So we'll put that in. I'll get more, listen to more into it. I've tried to throw on a couple albums on Spotify, and I don't know if I'm just working and I zone out or nothing ever clicked with me. So I never really got too much into them. So we'll throw that into Spotify and see what that sounds like. Bon Jovi, One Wild Night. And these were old library copies. I had bought basically a U-Haul truck full of old library stuff for like $600. It was like $100 a pallet, and I got 6 huge pallets full of stuff. So I kept some of it, I guess, for myself. God, so let's see here. Rock and Roll Rebels and the Sunset Strip. So there we go. Blackboard Jungle, Hollywood Rose. Got a bunch of bands that never really scored any big hits or anything on there from back in the day. What the hell are they yelling outside? I don't even know if you can probably hear that. So this might have been another one I got off of Metal Sludge, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway. Did I already put one of these up there? I may have. Because this was one of 3 of the first CDs I ever bought when I got my first CD player. Poison, Flesh and Blood, Extreme Porno Graffiti, and Judas Priest, Painkiller. So I remember telling that story in a video, so I might have that up there. Either that or I got the Poison one up there. So we'll see. Might have been the Poison one I got up there. All right. Sweet and Lynch. Michael Sweet, George Lynch. George Lynch, the whore of the metal universe. Meaning he's playing with everybody he can, which is cool. So definitely, why not, you know? KKB. Actually, I got one of their albums in here too. I know that because I saw it. So yeah, so cool stuff. All right, oh yeah, here, get something a little different. All right, Static X, Cannibal, Lady Bam. Oh, and Autographed. So I guess that's why I kept that. So Autographed, Static X. This I remember keeping and was going to listen to it to see if there's anything interesting on it. So I don't know as of yet because I don't recognize any of these names. What the hell was that noise? Something's going on out front. And we're not even in the ghetto anymore. So here you can check out anything there. Hopefully you can see it if you want to pause it or whatever. Yeah, a bunch of just stuff I don't recognize, so I grabbed it. I guess it looks like I paid $2 for it. I remember I was on a Boy Toy tour trip with one of my friends. We were, I think, in a spot in Tennessee. I bought that. It was kind of a popular store, but it might have been a Hastings before the Hastings went. No, that's not Hastings stickers, I don't think. I don't know. I don't remember. James, you're too old to be trying to think. All right, I guess we'll do, let me pick a random out of this and we'll pull that. We'll make this the last one. And last but not least on this video, Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Can't go wrong. I remember the first time I saw the video on MTV, world premiere, stepping off the bus, hearing that guitar and hearing that intro, just poof, you're like, what is this? So, good way to end this video. So, please like, subscribe, and all that jive, everybody. Thanks for watching, and see you next video. Later.